Everyone tells you to start with Trello because it's simple. And for a solopreneur, it's perfect. But the moment you hit a 10-person team, simple becomes a nightmare. Lost tasks, missed deadlines, a million boards that no one actually checks. I've helped dozens of agencies scale, and the biggest bottleneck is almost always board fatigue. You don't need a better way to organize digital sticky notes. You need a real system. In this video, we're killing the Trello obsession. I'm breaking down the 5 specialized project management tools designed specifically for scaling agencies. Tools that actually handle dependencies, resource allocation, and client reporting without the chaos. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which tool fits your specific workflow, so you can stop babysitting your team and start growing your revenue. Trello is great when it's just you and a freelancer. But you're not a freelancer anymore. You've got a team of 10. Suddenly, that simple board looks like a digital junk drawer. You start spending more time moving cards than actually doing the work. You find yourself asking, did Sarah update the client brief? Is the design phase actually done? You start scrolling and scrolling. You finally find the card, but the latest update is buried in a thread of 40 chaotic comments. This is the Trello trap. You think you're organized because you have a tool, but in reality, you're just managing a list of things you're forgetting. When you scale, you don't need a digital board of sticky notes. You need a system. You need dependencies, Gantt charts, workload views, things Trello doesn't do without a dozen clunky plugins that break every other week. If your project management tool requires a manual just to find a single task, it's no longer a tool. It's a liability. And that liability is costing you billable hours, team morale, and most importantly, client trust. Here is the hard truth. You don't need a simple tool anymore. You need a systematic one. When you hit 10 people, you stop managing tasks and start managing workflows. If your tool can't handle dependencies, resource allocation, and high-level reporting, it's not a tool, it's a bottleneck. Let's look at the 5 specialized alternatives that actually scale. First up, ClickUp. If you're tired of jumping between 5 different apps, this is your fix. ClickUp is the everything app. The real power here is the hierarchy. You can have a space for client work, folders for each client, and lists for specific projects. No more scrolling through 1,000 Trello cards to find one deliverable. You have a bird's eye view and a granular view in one click. Next, Monday.com. Monday isn't just a task list, it's a visual operating system. For agency owners, the magic is in the automations. Example, when a status changes to client approved, Monday can automatically notify the billing team and move the task to the archive folder. It removes the manual, busy work that kills your margins as you grow. Then we have Asana. If your agency relies on strict sequences, where task B cannot start until task A is finished, Asana is the gold standard. Their timeline view is a lifesaver for project managers. You can spot bottlenecks before they happen. No more, I didn't know, I was waiting on you emails. For agencies that are documentation heavy, there's Notion. Notion is where your SOPs meet your project management. Instead of a separate Google Doc for the client brief and a Trello board for the tasks, everything lives in one page. It's the ultimate single source of truth. If it's not in Notion, it doesn't exist. Finally, for the high-velocity product or dev agencies, Linear. Linear is built for speed. No bloat. No unnecessary buttons. It's designed for teams that ship fast and hate friction. If your team is technical and finds Monday or ClickUp too corporate, linear is the answer. So which one do you choose? If you want total customization, go ClickUp. For visual automation, Monday. For complex dependencies, Asana. For a knowledge base hybrid, Notion. And for pure speed, linear. The goal isn't to find the best tool. It's to find the one that disappears into your workflow so you can actually focus on the work. Look, you can keep fighting with messy Trello boards, or you can actually scale. If you want a system that handles complex workflows without the headache, I highly recommend Monday.com or ClickUp. These aren't just to-do lists. They are full-scale operating systems for your business. Agencies that make this switch typically see a massive drop in missed deadlines and a huge spike in team accountability. No more "where is that file?" or "who is owning this task?" Everything is centralized. I've put specialized links for both in the description below. Use them to get started with a setup designed for a scaling agency. Stop managing your tools. Start managing your business.